Hello everybody, my name is Vincent St. Louis and welcome. Hey listen, what I want to teach you today is how to use a prospecting CD. Not just how to use it, but also how to create it and what to do with it. So I want to get right into it. I wrote a blog article just the other day about how to use a prospecting CD or whatnot, and what I would recommend is you go to my website. It's probably, if you're watching this on YouTube, it's right here. Maybe you're watching this on my website. Read the article. It'll give you some great tips about prospecting with a CD and how to do it, and actually a couple of recordings of some prospecting CDs that I have done and used in the past with great results. That'll just give you some ideas. So I'm going to get right into it. Real quick, if there's some background noise or whatever, then excuse that. I do have a wife and 3 teenage boys that live here, and a cat and 3 chickens. And I bring up the chickens because I want to kind of use that as an analogy of how to use a prospecting CD. Now, when I started back in May, my wife and I, we decided, hey, look, we'd like to have some fresh eggs. So let's get a couple of chickens. And so we got a couple of chickens, and the first 3 chickens we got them baby chicks, and they ended up being roosters. And to me, I don't have any need for a rooster. They make a lot of noise and they don't produce. And so we got a couple other chickens or chicks, and they grew up a couple of months later. They started cockle-doodle-doing, and so we got rid of them, and then we got another set of chickens. And one of those actually got carried off by a hawk when it was a chick. And so the analogy here, so now we have 3 good egg-laying chickens in our backyard. And the analogy with using prospecting CDs is you get involved in your business, and you're looking for some producers, and sometimes you get some people and all they do is make a lot of noise and they don't produce. They don't go out there and do anything. Hey Vincent, I'm going to the top. I'm going to be there. I got your back. We're going to go together. I can't wait to be on the beaches of the world with you. I'm going to be flipper dipper in 2 weeks or a month or whatever, and then you never hear from them. You got to love them for who they are, but realistically, you know what? I didn't go out there and chop the heads off the chickens. I got them back. I gave them back to the farm where they came from and let them live their life. I'm looking for producers, and so are you. And then sometimes you get a producer, and sometimes the hawks will carry them off. Sometimes, life will get in the way. Life will get in the way, or maybe even that's one of those people that got influenced by somebody with a new, shiny, new business opportunity, just like yours, only better. Those type of things. Sometimes you're going to get some people like that. And then another analogy is one of our chickens got sick. And it wasn't producing, and it got sick, and we had to nurture this chicken, and we had to get it back to health and get it back to producing. And sometimes you have part of your team, or maybe it's your team, that is actually dying. It's dying on the vine. It's sick. It's not producing. It's lethargic. There's no excitement in the group. I'm telling you that prospecting CDs are a great way to re-energize you and your group. And to give you an analogy, I got part of my team that was kind of lethargic, and we're out there doing a lot of activity, but nothing was really materializing, wouldn't create any momentum. And so we launched got together with some of my leaders, and we launched a prospecting CD program, and we taught the people how to use the prospecting CD, which is what I'm fixing to share with you. And that got that group energized. They're excited. They're making stuff happen. They're putting out the effort. They're working really hard. This group is on fire right now from the use of a prospecting CD. So let's get right into it, because I know you guys, you're not the roosters. You're not the ones making all the noise but not producing. You want to produce. And so I'm going to show you one way. And if you go to my website, you can see all kinds of different ways of how to prospect and how to add leads to your business. So one of the things I want to share with you, we're going to start out with the ground zero, how to create a prospecting CD. See, there's a lot of prospecting CDs out there. Robert Kiyosaki made one. David Bach made one. Excuse me. You can go to networkingtimes.com and you can get all kinds of them. To me, those things are too long and they're selling the wrong thing. Those are great follow-up tools. Use them as a follow-up tool. Use them to follow up with people after you show them the plan. But for me, it's not a prospecting CD. There's a couple things I want a prospecting CD to do for me. One is I don't want it to sell network marketing or my company or my product on a prospecting CD. That's not the place for that. I know there's a lot of people that believe that, hey, look, if you give it to them, you tell them it's network marketing, the people you sit down are absolutely interested in what you're looking for. That's possibly true. But There's a lot of people that won't sit down with you because why? Because they have a prejudged, preconceived idea of what network marketing is based on an experience they had in the past. If somebody would have come up to me, I was a general contractor, I was making very good money contracting, I had plenty of free time as a contractor. If somebody would have come up to me and said, hey Vincent, you want to get involved in the network marketing company, or somebody gave me a CD and the first word out of it in the CD was network marketing, I'd have turned it off and I'd told the person I was not interested. Let me tell you why. Because I had a preconceived idea of another network marketing company I was in 20 years ago, and I wasn't willing to do that again. And network marketing, as soon as the word network marketing came up, that's the vision I saw. That's the picture I saw. Was that thing, those people, that guy. Maybe you had somebody in your, maybe a coworker that just wouldn't stop hounding them. And here you say network marketing, what's the first thing that comes to mind? You're going to think, I'm not doing that. That's one of those things. That's like that guy or that gal. And so I don't want to, because then you're busy prying that door shut. As soon as you say network marketing and it's a bad experience, then you're not going to get that door pried open. You're going to spend too much time trying to convince this person, where if you would have piqued their interest, you'd have sat down with them. The same thing with the product. What if they have seen the product from somebody else, but you know what? I don't care if they've seen it 10 times from somebody else. They haven't seen it from you. So all I want to do is pique their interest. Okay, I don't want to sell network marketing. I don't want to sell my product or my company on the CD. I want to tell a story. Tell my story. Hey, look, I was a general contractor. I built houses. I wasn't interested. I got involved, changed my life. Now I'm blah, 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 blah. If you don't have a story, get somebody else's story. So that's my suggestion. Go on to my website, and you can see a couple of, or listen to a couple of suggestions, give you some ideas. I actually, on the one that we're using now, excuse me, very sorry. The one I'm doing right now, the one we're using right now, it actually has 4 different people. It's got me, one of my top producers on it, which I was in the title of the CD. It says business owner. The second one is a corporate guy because he worked for Intel. The other one was a business owner / mom. So it was a mom that built the business to a good size level in our team, and she was a mom. And then the other one, the fourth one, was a working mom. So I can hit all bases. And so what I'll do is, if I'm talking to this lady and I know that she's a working mom, I'll give her the CD and say, look, I need you to listen to track 4. And if you like that, you can listen to all of them, but at least listen to track 4 because I really think you're going to relate with her. Or maybe I'm talking to a business owner. I'll say, look, listen to track 1. I think you'll relate to this person. Go ahead and listen to that one. If you like it, listen to all of them. The other thing, a nice thing about picking people, I don't care if you got success. You could be brand new. Now, of course, you want to plug into what your upline's doing because they're the one that's going to help you. Don't start something new. I've got an established team, so I can do this in my team. And remember also, though, this business is your business, so you can do whatever you want in your business. Even if your upline doesn't believe in it, you can make that choice. I would recommend you think twice before you do. If they're not giving you what you need, then maybe, it's time to go on your own and break out and do what's right for your business. That's your call. I don't want to go there right now. But anyways, so what we do is we get this prospect and CD in the hands of people. And what I can do, what I was saying is about having local people. The nice thing is I can tell people, look, you can meet this person after I'm sitting down with them, after I'm showing the plan with them. I can say, look, you really liked track 3. I can introduce you to that person. Come to this meeting here on Tuesday night at 7:30, and I'll introduce you to them. And that's a great way to get the people out there to realize that these are real people. The other thing I don't want you to do, don't worry about a professional quality recording. You want it the best you can do and leave it at that. The other thing is, what I'm realizing is when we recorded recordings, most of the best recordings were done on the first take. You start overthinking it, you start manipulating it, you start doing it, and almost always the first take is the best. Now you're gonna have to go in there, get a free audio editing program called Audacity. It's free and it's really simple and easy to do, and you just cut out the ands and ums. You're going to find some people that will swear that they didn't do any and they did 100 of them. The ands and ums, get rid of those, shorten it up. Maybe you can even speed it up for somebody that talks real slow and they're really quiet. you can, I would recommend maybe you speed them up, because you know what? People can comprehend a lot more, a lot faster than what people can talk. You know me, I talk fast anyway, so you don't have to speed me up at all. If anything, you may want to slow me down. But you know what? That's just my personality. What I'm realizing is people will get bored and they start wandering off mentally, or they start multitasking. But if you're talking fast, if you got the thing moving and it's getting faster and faster, then people will pay more attention and they'll be less likely to multitask or do something else. The other great thing about a CD that a DVD can't do is when I meet you somewhere and I give you a CD, say I'm at a coffee shop, or it's out shopping or out spending time with my family, then one thing that's great is I can give it to you and you can listen to it on the way home. So I'm going to get right into right now how to use the prospecting CD. You know, we've got actually scripts that we give everybody, and we have them write these scripts out on 3x5 cards to keep it simple. Now, as you develop in yourself and you are able to do the steps needed, you will add certain personality traits to your comments, the way you prospect, the way you do the follow-up call and stuff like that. That's fine. You're going to want to turn it into you. But what I realize is people don't do the follow-up call because they're scared. They don't know what to say. If you give them a script, teach them, just say this, say nothing else, read from the script. They will do it more and more and more. They'll grab the script, even if they don't use it, they'll grab it, they'll read it, and make the phone call. So I want you to encourage you to get scripts, to make out some scripts. If you're a good network marketer, you've been around the business for a while, then I want to encourage you to make the scripts for your people and get them out there, have a meeting, gather everybody around and have them write out the scripts, because then they see it, they hear it when they say it to themselves, and then they see it again as they're writing it. Great way to get it ingrained into the mind. So this is what we do. Basically, is I'm out meeting people, or, I go out prospecting. I spend a couple hours a day, and my goal is to go prospecting. I'm going looking for people that I can talk to. Sometimes I just do it as I'm going throughout the day. I spend a lot of time doing other things. I don't really have a lot of time to go prospecting, but what I do have is cracks of time. So I keep my antennas out there and I'm always looking for situations where I can compliment somebody. Hey, look, those are some nice shoes. Hey, look, you got some really well-behaved children. Hey, you look like a new mom. Are you working too? Look for things that you can comment on people. This is how you put your radars out there, and you're looking for opportunity. Almost always, if something comes to your mind, a comment comes to your mind, a thought comes to your mind, if you will blurt it out, I call it 3 seconds of boldness, then you will create a conversation with somebody. That thought was given there for a reason. Say it. Maybe it's, hey, those are some weird looking shoes, or man, this or that. You just say what comes to mind right away. You'll find that every once in a while you'll say something stupid, but most of the time you will not. Most of the time you'll say something that that really is beneficial, that creates conversation. So what I do, hey, you open other ways to make money. The other thing you don't want to do is you do not want to you don't want to prospect somebody. Like if I'm sitting down at a Starbucks and I'm doing some work, the guy next to me is doing some work, I don't want to prospect them right then and there. I want to create a conversation with them, because I don't want them asking me 20 questions. I don't want them asking me a ton of questions on what to do, how to do it, what is this, what's the name of the company, I want the CD to do the work. So I'll wait, and what I call the Columbo approach. If you're my age, in the 40s, 50s, then you probably remember the show Columbo. He would be talking to somebody, and then, hey Joe, it's really nice meeting you. I appreciate the time together. Have a wonderful day. And then he'll turn around and walk away, and he'll come back and say, hey, wait, Joe, by the way, you seem like a sharp person. I've got something. Are you open to other ways of making money? Listen to this. So that's what we do. I ask people, are you open to other ways of making money? Are you open to looking at other ways to add income to what you're doing? Things like that, short, quick. And they say, what is it? Listen to the CD, it'll tell you what it is. The next thing you do is key. It's you get their number. Ask them, Joe, when will you have a chance to listen to this? Do you have a CD player in your car? Not everybody does. Most people do nowadays though. When will you be able to listen to it? Well, listen to it on the way from here, on the way back to work. Great. Give me your number. I'll call you tonight. Is this the best number to reach you at? And they'll almost always, 99% of the time, they will. If they tell me, no, that's okay, I'll call you, I take the CD back. they ain't calling you. And I'm not wasting my 35 cents or 40 cents up for the CD. So they ain't calling you. Take it back. They're just curious. They're not interested. Look, you're looking for lookers. You're looking for people that are dissatisfied with their present situation, their financial situation. You're looking for lookers. You're not looking for looky-loos. You're looking for people that find something interested in the CD. Then the follow-up call. I call him that night. If he doesn't answer, I leave a message. Okay, I didn't used to, but this is a great thing. Leave a message. So my message is, hey Joe, this is Vincent St. Louis. I met you earlier today. I left you that prospecting CD. I'd really like to get your input on it. Call me back. Here's my number. Say it slowly and twice. Say your phone number slowly and twice. It's amazing how many people rattle through the phone number, especially me talking fast, and the person on the other end has no idea. They don't never call you back and you think they're not interested. The problem is they couldn't understand what the heck you're saying on the recording. So slowly and fast. I mean, slowly and twice. And then the other thing, if Joe answers, I'm asking him one question and one question only. If you can get this understood, you'll have a much better rate of success of sitting down with people. Joe, what did you like best about it? I don't ask him what his opinion was. I don't ask him because I want a positive comment. If he says nothing, I say, great, Joe. What we need to do is we need to sit down and tell you more about it. Why would I say that? Because that's all I say no matter what he says. No matter what he says, if he asks me what it is, no matter what he says, I'm going to say what we need to do is sit down for 15, 20 minutes. Let me give you more details about what this is. He's either going to schedule a time or not. If he says, well, just tell me what it is. Look, I don't do my business injustice. If you're interested enough to sit down, then let's sit down. Otherwise, no problem. Give the CD to somebody that you know that may be looking for an opportunity. Period. Leave it at that. If you start telling them what your product is, you blah, 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 most people say too much. He's either sitting down with you or he's not interested, period. That's it. End of sentence. There is no other way. They're either interested with you or in what was on that CD, and they're going to sit down with you, or they're really not interested. They're curious, and you're just going to fuel their curiosity by giving them some answer about your business that really doesn't do it any justice. You can't give a haircut over the phone. You can't taste yogurt over the phone. You can't test drive a car over the phone. You need to sit down with them. The prospect and CD did the work. If they say I didn't listen to nothing, it saved you a lot of time. The CD worked. No matter what happens, the CD worked, whether you sit down with them or not. So then on the second call, let's say he didn't answer the phone. On the second call, excuse me a minute, let me take a drink. The second call, I'm going to call him the very next day. Hey Joe, this is Vincent St. Louis. I gave you that CD. I'm just following up like I told you I would. I may call you one more time. I may not. I'm not a stalker. But here's my number, and I give it to him slowly, twice, and I told him, give me a call back. I call the very next day. Joe, this is Vincent. This is the last call I'm going to get from you. I do not want to assume that you're interested or not. This is the last call. I'm not a stalker. I'm looking for people that are looking. If you're not, please give the CD to somebody that may be. Here's my number. I hope you have a wonderful day. And I'm done. I throw their number away. I am over them. You need to learn how to not hold on to people. If you're handing one CD out a week, that person's going to be important to you. You're probably going to bug the crap out of them until they put their number on the do not call list or something. Okay? If you're handing out 5 a day, you're not going to give a crap about that person. You're looking for lookers. You're looking for producers. This is the beauty of a prospecting CD, is it does the work for you, and almost anybody can do it. Let me give you an analogy. I had in my business some people that have been in my business for a couple of years. They maybe shared the plan a couple of times a year. They really wanted to build something, but they just could not push themselves to do it any other way. We launched a prospecting CD, got together with the leaders, got them to buy into the fact that we will do everything in our power to get a lot of these CDs out, and we will not argue or complain about the quality. We will not complain about the content. The CD will work if you get it in the hands of enough people. These people have now, in the past 4 weeks, have now showed the plan at least once to 2 times a week, every single week, and they haven't done that much in the last 3 years. Why? Because it was a simple medium. They didn't have to say a lot. They didn't have to give out a bunch of samples, which is what we did before, of the product. It was expensive. It was a simple thing, and this thing started developing, and now we've got a massive amount of CDs going out every week in our community of people that were getting prospecting CDs out. So My name is Vincent St. Louis, and I want to encourage you to go out there and put fire in your belly. Put something exciting. If you're just not excited anymore, find something that gets you excited. Find some way to reignite yourself, refire up your group and yourself, to put passion in your belly, to go out there and spread your opportunity that you can have abundance in your life, because there's people out there on their knees praying for an opportunity, and you're the link to the chain that's going to have the life raft to them. So go out there and get some CDs out there, produce your own, give the file to everybody and let them burn their own CDs. You don't need to go out there and hire or pay somebody where it's high cost. I buy a stack of 100 CDs for 20-something dollars. It costs me about 40 cents a CD. I could care less. I don't even drive to go pick them up. I give them out all over the place. Get the phone number. Always follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up. Fortune's in the follow-up. You follow up people, you get CDs out there, and you'll get people sitting down with you to share the plan with your opportunity. My name is Vincent St. Louis at vincentstlouis.com, and I hope you have a prosperous day. God bless you.